Welcome to Greatness Uncovered. And today we cover the top 10 most devastating knockouts of all time.
Just told him, stand right here. Oh, big connection late.
Number 10, Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren, the fastest knockout in UFC history. Some knockouts are brutal, some are unforgettable, but only one holds the record for the fastest in UFC history. On July 6, 2019, Jorge Masvidal stepped into the octagon against undefeated wrestling phenom Ben Askren at UFC 239. The world expected a grueling battle between styles, but Masvidal had other plans. As the fight began, Masvidal sprinted across the cage, launching a perfectly timed flying knee that collided flush with Askren's skull. In just 5 seconds, Askren was unconscious, stiff as a board, before even hitting the mat. The impact was devastating, the celebration iconic, and the moment instantly legendary. In one strike, Masvidal secured his place in history and silenced the doubters. This wasn't just a knockout, it was a statement. Number 9. Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale, one-punch obliteration. Some knockouts build over rounds. This one took just 137 seconds. In May 2019, Deontay Wilder stepped into the ring to defend his WBC heavyweight title against Dominic Breazeale. The bad blood between them was real.
Entourage of individuals.
Ain't nobody finna show you no pity.
Does not lie.
Ain't nobody finna show you no sympathy for your lame ass story.
But never do you walk up to
You didn't even know where your kids was, boy.
But Wilder didn't waste time settling scores. From the opening bell, the Bronze Bomber stalked Breazeale, looking for his signature right hand, the most feared weapon in boxing. Then, in the first round, Wilder uncorked a nuclear right hand that detonated on Breazeale's chin.
Wilder hit Brazil so hard, they are feeling it in Brazil. Mamma mia!
The challenger crumpled instantly, crashing to the canvas in a heap, unconscious before he even hit the ground. The referee didn't bother counting. It was over. This wasn't just a knockout. It was a chilling reminder that when Wilder lands clean, the fight doesn't continue. It ends violently. Number 8, Raymond Daniels versus Wilker Barros, the 720-degree knockout. Some knockouts are brutal, others are technical, but this one was pure artistry. At Bellator Birmingham in 2019, Raymond Daniels, a former world-class kickboxer, faced Wilker Barros in what would become one of the flashiest knockouts in combat sports history. Known for his insane movement and highlight reel finishes, Daniels delivered something truly special. Midway through the first round, he feinted, spun once, then twice, launching a devastating 720-degree punch that crashed into Barros's jaw. The sheer speed and precision of the strike left Barros out cold before he even hit the canvas. This wasn't just a knockout. It was a work of art, a move straight out of a video game, executed flawlessly in real life. Number 7, Sugar Ray Robinson versus Gene Fullmer, the perfect left hook. Some knockouts are a show of raw power, but this one was pure precision. In their rematch in 1957, Sugar Ray Robinson, arguably the greatest boxer of all time, was looking to reclaim his middleweight title from Gene Fullmer, a rugged, relentless brawler who had beaten him just months earlier. Fullmer had never been knocked out, but Robinson had something special in store. In the 5th round, Robinson uncorked a picture-perfect left hook, landing flush on Fullmer's chin. The punch was so fast, so precise, that Fullmer crumpled to the canvas instantly, unable to beat the count. Robinson had just delivered one of the most beautiful knockouts in boxing history, proving that timing, skill, and precision could topple even the toughest of champions. Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz, a devastating uppercut. On October 31st, 2020, Gervonta Davis delivered one of the most vicious knockouts in boxing history, stopping Leo Santa Cruz with a single, perfectly timed uppercut. The fight, held at the Alamodome in San Antonio, was a high-paced battle between Santa Cruz's relentless volume punching and Davis's explosive power. Through the early rounds, Santa Cruz found success by applying pressure and throwing combinations.
Confrontation and already so much to absorb.
Training yourself also mentally and
So the lack of distractions and the ability to focus, but Santa Cruz now.
But Davis remained patient, waiting for his moment. That moment came in the 6th round. As Santa Cruz fired off a 3-punch combination, Davis slipped under the final right hand and unleashed a monstrous left uppercut that landed flush on Santa Cruz's chin. The Mexican warrior collapsed instantly, unconscious before he even hit the canvas. His body slumped beneath the ropes. The knockout was as brutal as it was spectacular, cementing Davis as one of boxing's most electrifying and dangerous finishers. Number 5. Joaquin Buckley versus Impa Kasanganay, a knockout for the ages. In 2020, Joaquin Buckley delivered one of the most unforgettable knockouts in UFC history against Impa Kasanganay. The fight was competitive from the start, with both fighters showcasing their skills, but Buckley was waiting for his moment to shock the world. That moment came in spectacular fashion. As Buckley threw a left kick, Kasanganay caught it, holding onto Buckley's leg to set up a counter. But instead of retreating, Buckley spun midair and launched a thunderous spinning back kick with his free leg, landing flush on Kasanganay's chin. His opponent's body went stiff instantly, collapsing to the mat unconscious before the referee could even react. It was a knockout that redefined what's possible inside the octagon. Number 4. Edson Barboza versus Terry Atim, the perfect wheel kick. In 2012 at UFC 142, Edson Barboza delivered what is still considered one of the most spectacular knockouts in MMA history against Terry Atim. The Brazilian striker, known for his elite Muay Thai, had been picking apart Atim with his precision striking, but no one could have predicted the jaw-dropping finish that was coming. Midway through the 3rd round, Barboza unleashed a flawless spinning wheel kick, landing his heel flush on Etim's chin.
Do you want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh my God! Wow!
The impact was immediate. Atim's body went rigid, his arms frozen in midair, before he fell backward like a statue, completely unconscious before he even hit the mat. The knockout was so clean, so devastating, that it instantly became a highlight reel moment, cementing Barboza as one of the most dangerous kickers in UFC history. Number 3. Manny Pacquiao versus Ricky Hatton, the left hand that ended an era. On May 2, 2009, Manny Pacquiao delivered one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history, ending Ricky Hatton's career at the elite level in devastating fashion. The fight, which headlined at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, was supposed to be a competitive clash between Pacquiao's speed and Hatton's relentless pressure. Instead, it turned into a massacre. From the opening bell, Pacquiao overwhelmed Hatton, knocking him down twice in the 1st round with blistering combinations. Then, in the final seconds of the 2nd round, Pacquiao uncorked a perfect counter left hand that landed flush on Hatton's jaw.
In the 2nd round by Manny Pacquiao.
The British star collapsed instantly, completely unconscious before he even hit the canvas. The image of Hatton lying motionless, eyes staring blankly at the ceiling, remains one of the most haunting knockouts in boxing history. Number 2. Francis Ngannou versus Alistair Overeem, the uppercut from hell. On December 2, 2017, Francis delivered one of the most terrifying knockouts in UFC history, nearly decapitating Alistair Overeem with a single uppercut at UFC 218. Overeem, a decorated veteran with world-class striking, aimed to test the raw power of Francis. That proved to be a fatal mistake. From the opening seconds, the Cameroonian powerhouse stalked Overeem, waiting for his moment. It didn't take long. As Overeem lunged in with a wild hook, Francis countered with a thunderous left uppercut that lifted Overeem off his feet and sent him crashing to the canvas.
Francis Ngannou has arrived!
His body went completely limp before he even hit the ground, his head snapping back violently. No follow-up shots were needed. Alistair was out cold, his arms frozen in midair. This one-punch destruction cemented Francis's reputation as the most dangerous puncher in MMA. And finally, we have reached number 1, Mike Tyson versus Trevor Berbick, the birth of a legend. On November 22, 1986, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history when he defeated Trevor Berbick in a brutal fashion at just 20 years old. Tyson, known for his explosive power and relentless aggression, entered the ring as a force of nature, and Berbick, the defending WBC champion, would experience firsthand the terrifying power of Tyson's punches. From the very first bell, Tyson charged at Berbick, dominating him with crushing hooks and lightning-fast combinations.
Part of it. Notice the movements ahead of Mike Tyson as he takes a light left jab. Tyson will be able to get underneath it.
In the second round, a devastating left hook sent Berbick to the canvas, and Tyson showed no mercy, unloading a barrage of punches.
Tyson goes to work right away, and he gets Trevor in trouble, and he's down. He'll have to take the standing in.
Berbick was dropped twice more in the same round before the referee stepped in, calling a halt to the fight, giving Tyson a TKO victory. This knockout was a defining moment in boxing, as Tyson's devastating speed and power left no doubt that a new era in the heavyweight division had begun. Tyson's performance was so dominant, it sent shockwaves throughout the sport, marking the rise of a true boxing icon. Thank you for watching Greatness Uncovered.